Welcome to Seth's Daily Podcast. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. And thank you guys for subscribing. We're actually picking this on Thanksgiving night, man. We had so much fun that we decided to pick a few more games as well. Another Thanksgiving special with Harvey's Weekly Football Report, man. And Harvey, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and happy Thanksgiving to all the listeners out there. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving.
You too.
And how's your Thanksgiving going so far?
Okay.
A little hectic.
No. No.
Thanksgiving
All right.
can always be a little hectic with all the cooking going on and stuff, and people deciding what to bring, what sides not to fix, what sides to fix.
I'm usually the official food taster.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely don't want your cooking at Thanksgiving. No offense, man. Well, full offense, actually.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, your sister's a good cook, so.
Yeah.
But you can barely fix toast. I'm sure.
I could get by.
Beef stew.
Yeah, beef stew and Campbell's vegetable soup. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of things I can do. I just get there. Most time what I fix is something easy.
Yeah. Well, man, we'll get to the football games. We got this is Friday at 4 p.m. on Fox. We got 4-7 Colorado traveling to the 8-3 Utah. 4 p.m. on Fox. Utah is 23.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Utah, man. They're coming off a big win against Oregon. Who you going with?
You said I believe they might win more than 25. They're a hot team. I would pick Utah.
All right. Then this will be a good game. TCU 5-6 traveling to Iowa State 6-5. This is also Friday at 4:30 p.m. on FS1. Iowa State is 15-point favorites. I expect the game to be way closer than that. I'm gonna go with Iowa State. Who you going with, Harvey?
Me too. I'll go with the home team on that one.
All right, and then this is Saturday at 12 p.m. on FS1. We got 6-5 Texas Tech traveling to number 8 Baylor 9-2, and that's at 12 p.m. Saturday on FS1. Baylor is 14-point favorites, but I think Baylor is going to be 10-2. I'm gonna go with Baylor. Who you going?
I'm gonna go with Baylor.
Baylor is a good underrated football team.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they really are.
A lot of people haven't been talking about them at all, actually.
Yeah.
And speaking of underrated, the Texas A&M they're 8-3, traveling to LSU 5-6. The LSU Tigers 7 p.m. on ESPN. Texas A&M is 6.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Texas A&M being 9-3. I'm going with Texas A&M Eagles.
I'm going with Texas A&M, and I keep when they played against Alabama, I'm surprised they even lost the game. But they are underrated.
Yeah, definitely, man. That just shows how good the SEC is.
Yeah.
All right, then we got 4-6 California, who, if they want to keep their bowl eligibility alive, they need a win, and they'll travel to the Bruins of UCLA, who are 7-4 at 10:30 p.m. on FS1. This is Saturday. UCLA is 6.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with UCLA Eagles.
That's who I'm going with.
All right, man. And what is has your game of the week changed any?
I about forgot which one I said.
I think all of us picked Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, I think we did too. Yeah, that will be. It could be the game of the week.
Oklahoma and Oklahoma State could be as well.
I don't know how if Michigan plays, it could be. But what I see now, Ohio State last week, it may not be the game of the week. If that Ohio State plays like they did last week, it may not be worth watching.
Yeah, I'm thinking Oklahoma and Oklahoma State might be the game of the week as well.
I think Ole Miss and Mississippi State tomorrow night might be a damn.
That'll be a good game, man. Never count out Mississippi State. Mississippi State has an underrated team as well. They're pretty good.
They both are. They're evenly matched. Should
Definitely.
be. Yeah.
And then in the NFL, man, and I know a fun game to watch tomorrow. Very interesting game with the Red Rocket starting is the Bears and the Lions. I know we've already picked that game, but that game's going to be very interesting. It's the early game at 12:30. You get your lunch for Thanksgiving. You get to watch some bad football teams play against each other.
It's going to be bad for one of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I think the Lions. Jared Goff is playing. I think Jared Goff will have a good game tomorrow.
I think they get their first win. I really do. I believe they'll beat the Bears.
Yeah, Andy Dalton starting helps a little bit too.
Yeah, well, he could be good. If he's good, when he's good, he's good. But when he's bad, he's bad.
Yeah.
I like him, but he's
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
Cincinnati definitely upgraded with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is the actual superstar. Andy Dalton was at one point a really good quarterback though.
No.
He's not that anymore.
No.
Okay, and then this is Sunday. We got the Panthers 5-6 traveling to 4-7 Miami Dolphins, who have won 3 in a row. 1 p.m. on Fox. The Panthers are 2-point favorites. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Who you going with?
Oh, I believe I'll go with you with the Dolphins.
That's a pick'em game.
Yeah.
And this game is another pick'em game as well. And this could be a big say in who wants the 7th seed in the NFC. We got the Vikings 5-5 traveling to San Francisco, who are 5-5 as well. 4:25 p.m. Sunday on Fox. San Francisco is 3-point favorites. This is another pick'em game, as you say. I'm gonna go with the Vikings. The Vikings are playing good football.
Wow. We'll go different on that. I'll pick the 49ers.
All right.
That's tough pick.
Yeah. What's gonna be your favorite sides to watch? Not sides. What's gonna be watch? What is gonna be your favorite side to eat while watching the Cowboys and Raiders game?
Favorite thing to see?
No, the sides like your food for like Thanksgiving.
Me, I probably won't be eating while I watch that football game.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna have some
Oh, if
tissues
I
on
do,
you?
now it's possible I could be eating a piece of coconut pie
Yeah.
and a Pepsi.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? That's for dessert. Yeah.
Are you gonna have some tissues after the Cowboys might get beat?
No. No.
I don't think they'll even get beat, man, to be honest.
Well, even if they do, ain't nothing that good, man.
That'll be a decent game.
Yeah, it's all depends on which Cowboys team shows up.
Yeah, in my opinion, we got 2 pretty good games tomorrow night. Tonight.
Yeah.
The Bills and the Saints will be a good game.
If the Bills won't stay in, this is a must game for them.
This is a must win for the Saints as well.
Oh yeah, but I didn't think the Bills would be where they are now. I figured they'd be better than that. I figured they would be at least. What are they, 6-4?
Yeah.
I didn't have them no 6-4 right now. I would have had them at least 8-2 or 8-2 or 7-3. But they're not. I think Dallas is about where I thought they'd be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
They'll win their
surprised.
division.
They should, but you never know.
Yeah. Detroit, man. Detroit and the Bears might actually be the best game to watch tomorrow, though. I mean, that's pretty evenly matched.
That might come down to whoever gets the ball last.
So it'll be like 9-6 or 12-9.
Possible, yeah. yeah, that's possible.
I actually expect Jared Goff to have a pretty good day tomorrow. It's at home in Detroit, and I expect Jared Goff, who's coming off a week of not playing, to be a little bit more healthier than what he's been. And possibly have a good day.
They played good enough to beat the Steelers, and
We gave the Browns all they could
well,
have to.
I think he's a good. I think he could be a good quarterback, but he has to have something around him because well, like you said, you see what happened last year in the playoffs when he was with the Rams. They
They
went to the
beat
playoffs last year. Yes.
beat the Seahawks.
Yeah. So it's not him. They need something to help. He needs help. Detroit's going to have to start drafting or do something. They got to build that team around him. I think they might do that. Yeah.
They said they might draft a quarterback.
They don't need a quarterback. They need somebody to. They need somebody. They need some. But what's possible? They need defense.
Yeah. Well, their
And also,
defense is actually pretty good, man.
they one of the two. They need probably on both sides of the ball, but no, they don't need to unless you get them a backup. I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, their defense looked pretty good the past 2 weeks against Pittsburgh and
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Maybe they start to what they call, the old saying, they might be getting better as they play, keep playing. That's what they call gelling.
Yeah.
So they might get. That's exactly what the Patriots are doing right now.
Well, the
See
Lions
how
are
they
definitely
started.
not going to do what the Patriots are doing. The Lions will be lucky to
Oh,
win a game.
no, that's what I'm saying. But the more they play, the more they start to get used to one another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they need to work on something to build on for next year.
Yeah. I think if Baker Mayfield plays as bad as what he did Sunday night, we should sit him out for the rest of the year because he's hurt.
You got that shoulder.
Yeah. And he twisted his ankle as well.
I know it's not his throwing shoulder. I know that. But it doesn't make no difference because the way he has to move around, well, even when he does that, no matter if he throws, no matter if he's throwing arm, it still affects his play. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't care. It don't matter. It still affects his play.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, yeah. And he probably may need to hang it up.
Yeah.
Because he can make it worse. That you know what? Even though it's his left shoulder, his 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 right side of his upper body has to do all the work on that when he throws and everything, and that puts pressure. It puts a lot of pressure on that, and so he can hurt he can basically hurt his right shoulder because that's it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely. Definitely need to sit him out and let him rest if he plays bad again against Baltimore.
Well, their next two games is critical. They lose both of them. I mean, it all depends on how you play. Yeah, I'm like you. To me, he would have two games. Well, if the
After
next two
this
games
week,
are
they
good,
get a bye week. That could help him a little bit.
it all depends on how he plays next. Well, okay. Well, I would wait till don't necessarily if they lose. If they win, of course, that's a big plus. But if they want to lose that game to send him out and lose again, then I would say go home.
Yeah, they definitely need to win one out of two.
Yeah, if they lose, if it went by like yeah, they would have to split it. Yeah, I'm like you. If they don't, then they could be in trouble.
Oh, if they lose to Baltimore twice, they're out of it, man. There ain't no chance of making the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I think it's yeah, I agree with you.
That's why that Detroit game was so big, and that was a big win.
Yeah, because the rest, some of the rest of these teams are starting to play it better. Kansas City's starting to play better. Patriots just come all the way back to lead the division. So and I still thought Tennessee got beat the other day. I thought they was going to be the dominant team, but that AFC it's wide open, big time.
The NFL's wide open.
NFC is probably just about what you're saying. I think, well, like
The
you
whole
said,
entire NFL is wide open, man.
Minnesota and 49ers, they're probably what, 7-8 right now?
Both of them are six. Both of them are 5-5.
No, I'm not talking about the record. I'm talking about the placement right now. The Vikings are in the 7th spot, right?
Let me check that.
I think they are.
Right now, Minnesota is the 6th seed, and the 49ers are the 8th seed.
Who's the 7th seed?
New Orleans.
Okay. So you're basically all right. Who's the next team down from San Francisco? The 9th place team.
The Eagles.
What are they?
5-6.
So you've got 4 teams out there. Basically,
Carolina's 5-6 too at number 10.
there's 5. There's 16 5 or maybe 2 spots because right now Dallas would be the 3rd seed, and the 4th seed's who is the 4th seed?
Dallas.
Dallas is 4th seed now. The Bucks moved up to 3, didn't they?
Yeah, because they won that first game of the season.
Well, then you got Arizona Cardinals.
They're number 1. Green Bay's number 2.
They're number 1, and then Green Bay's number 2. Then you got the 5th seed is Los Angeles Rams, and they're pretty good. So those 5 teams right now, you might say, well, they may be jockeying to see who gets the number 1 seed, but from the 6th place, 7th place, then you got about 16 vying for them. To me, vying for 2 spots.
Yeah.
And you got a whole bunch on the AFC vying for several spots.
The 7th seed is Buffalo at 6-4. Pittsburgh is the 8th seed at 5-4-1. The Colts are the 9th seed at 6-5. The Browns are the 10th seed at 6-5. The Raiders are the 11th seed at 5-5, and then Denver is the 12th seed at 5-5.
But looking at that, I was going to say, but looking at that, the top 5 teams in the NFC is right now looks like they're a whole lot better than even most of the teams in the AFC. Because when you got somebody like Cleveland 6-5,
Yep.
And they 6-5, they've been 6-5 in the AFC, in the NFC, they would have a playoff position right now if they was in the NFC. That tells you how the difference between the 2 conferences. Because what I'm saying from when I'm saying the Rams on up to the Arizona, those 5 teams are better than maybe most of the teams in the AFC right now. Maybe those 5 teams could beat any team in the AFC right now. What do you think? You see what I talk about, those?
Yeah, but I think Baltimore and Tennessee
would be the 2. Yeah, they would be the 2 that
Kansas City.
They're playing hot. They're playing. And those 2 are probably may be the 2 hottest teams going right now. They're the 2 hottest teams in the NFL right now. I think.
Baltimore's coming off a win with their backup out there.
Yeah, I remember because Lamar's sick. Yeah, he should be back though.
He'll play against Cleveland. There ain't no doubt.
So yeah. Right now, Kansas City and New England are the 2 hottest teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
5 weeks ago, those teams looked like they was out of it.
You never know when a team can get red hot.
Yeah. Well, Kansas City, that's not a surprise to me that they've come back when they had in that division. But I'm surprised New England is as good as they are right now.
If
I,
Cleveland could play like they did against Cincinnati, Cleveland could win the Super Bowl.
oh yeah, I consider they would be a Super Bowl contender easy.
But
And
they
they,
can't. They're too inconsistent, man. They can't
yeah,
play like they did against Cincinnati every week.
no, no. That'd be like what the Dallas Cowboys did against the Atlanta Falcons.
Cincinnati's better than Atlanta, way better.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's going to be interesting. It really is. I predict most teams, what they got 6 games. Most teams got 6 games left. Some got
Cleveland
5.
7.
Some, huh?
Some teams have 7 games left.
Yeah. Well, what I want to say in the next 4 weeks, after the next 4 weeks, I might get some idea of how it's going to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
But
think this week could be very big. You have a lot of teams fighting for playoff position playing this week.
I still believe, I'm like you said the other day, the last the last week of the
The
season,
Raiders have to beat the Cowboys, man.
yeah, yeah,
It's a must win.
yeah. I'm like you though. But I think it could be very interesting last week of the season. Last weekend could be a whole boatload of scenarios.
Last week of the season, Cleveland plays Cincinnati.
Yeah, and maybe one of them could very easy win or lose out, win in. It's a good possibility. I'm really surprised Cincinnati is where they at right now. But I believe their schedule has been a lot easier.
The Chargers play the Raiders at the end of the year. The 49ers play the Rams at the end of the year. The Steelers play the Ravens at the end of the year. The Panthers
Yeah.
play Tampa Bay. The Saints play the Falcons. That could be a big game for that 7th seed. The Cowboys play the Eagles at the end of the year too.
I don't know if they play. Have they played the? I don't believe they played the Eagles yet. Have they? I ain't looked at their
Yeah,
schedule.
they have on a Monday night. They won 41-21, September the 27th.
And they beat the Giants in Washington too, ain't they?
They have beat the Giants 44-20, October the 10th. They have not played Washington yet.
So they got 2 games with Washington.
They play the Raiders and then they play the Saints. You want to know the funny thing is, the Cowboys play the Saints next Thursday. So the Saints and the Cowboys are playing a week from tomorrow again. A week from today again.
Each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
That could be a big game too for playoffs.
Yeah. I'm saying this is just me. I believe Cowboys should win their division, and I don't. Right now I'm not. This is my prediction. I think Cowboys win their division, but I don't see another team coming out there from their division making the playoffs.
Maybe the Eagles.
Maybe the Eagles or Washington, possible, but I'm not seeing it. I mean, this is my prediction. I think who wins that division, and another team won't be in it. I believe the Cowboys might win that one.
Oh, definitely believe the Cowboys will win their division.
And that's what I'm saying. And I don't see a second team coming out of that division. I don't right now.
Yeah.
But it's possible,
Yeah. Well, man, it's been a good night picking games with you, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. And I want to thank you guys for listening to Stat Study Podcast. We're going to come out with another episode next week, picking conference championships and stuff. And
And
obviously, I'll have interviews next week, and possibly with a big name announcer that I've interviewed before might be on as well. One of the biggest announcers in the whole entire world. He might come on the podcast again, hopefully next week. And yeah, man, definitely want to thank Harvey for being on. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.